Hey there. First of all, I want to thank you for watching these videos. I enjoy making them. I hope you enjoy learning from them. I designed this course to act in two ways, really. One, as a sequential course that gets you from A to Z. The very first thing you'll need to do when you're opening up a new QuickBooks Online company, all the way down to the last thing at the end of the day, which is running the reports and customizing the reports that you need to get the data that you need, which of course is the point of spending all this time and frankly some money getting all the data that you get into a product like QuickBooks Online. So I wanted to shoot this video to answer some questions, but first I want to recap everything we've covered so far, just to kind of bring things back home for you. And I've made some notes here on my tablet to make sure that I don't forget anything. And we're going to raise the brightness up so I can see what I'm looking at a little better. My eyes are getting old here. So a quick recap. First of all, you need bulletproof books because you need books that you can rely on, and for lots of reasons, but the most important reason should be that you as the owner of the business, as the broker, can rely on those numbers, can have confidence in those numbers so that you can get into your office in the morning, run your balance sheet, and see those numbers and feel confident that those numbers look right, and then based on that information, make important decisions about your business. If you need to throw more advertising dollars into, some of your listings to get better traction, you can do it because you've seen your balance sheet and you saw a number that you knew was reliable, right? So bulletproof books, very, very important. More specifically, you need to know that the information in your books is accurate, that it's classified correctly, that it's complete, there's nothing missing, and that it all actually occurred, meaning there's nothing in there that shouldn't be, that doesn't belong, no duplicates of things, that kind of thing. We also went over the fact that your secret weapon in this is in the process of reviewing that balance sheet line by line on a weekly basis, and then, of course, reconciling your bank and credit card statements on a monthly basis, and most importantly, that we never, ever plug a number. Right? I went over that in the last video, or the video before actually, talking about how important it is. If you've never plugged a number, then you've accounted for absolutely everything that occurred. It's in there somewhere. You can search it, find it, and if necessary, recode or reclassify a transaction. But having that confidence that everything is there makes a big difference and saves you a lot of time and frankly money, because you don't have to worry that something got missed, that it didn't get recorded. And then finally, in the previous video, I gave you some examples of things that are hopefully helpful for you to know based on the experiences I've had giving a lot of one-on-one trainings with lots of brokers and agents, of course, that are out there. So I'm excited to announce that registration for the course will be opening in a couple of days. And with this offer, I'm going to work with a group of you in a series of live sessions. So before we get into that, here are a few questions that I've been asked by a lot of you. How long will I have access to this course? And the quick answer is it's lifetime access. Once you've signed up, as long as I'm alive and on this planet, you'll have access to the course. The next question. What about specific scenarios you encounter in your brokerage? Weird things that maybe not happen for every broker, but happened in your brokerage. So first of all, this is the perfect use case for the live sessions, right? You can bring those weird things that came up that you don't think affected anybody else but just you. And we can go over those things and talk about how to do the accounting for those situations. The second thing, though, is that, as I said, I've had many of one-on-ones with you, and those one-on-ones have massively influenced ultimately what landed in this course, including some of the things that may not be an issue for everybody, but certainly they're an issue for enough of you, because these were things that came up for me on kind of a recurring basis. So what are some of the things I've included in the course along those lines? Trust accounts, right? So not all of you have trust accounts, but enough of you do that I felt it was important to show you how to handle the trust accounting piece, for those that do encounter that. So if you don't encounter that, then you can skip that lesson in the course, right? Also, under the general heading of paying expenses, some of the kinds of expenses that are unique, I guess you could say, for a broker, things like staging expenses, royalties, finder's fees, and franchise fees, right? Again, these are things that don't affect all of you, but they affect enough of you from my experience that I wanted to make sure they got covered in the course. Agent caps. This comes up obviously a lot. And that's not so much a function of paying the expenses. That's really looking at what we've paid the agents after we've paid them, right? It's really a reporting function, seeing how much have we paid the agent, year to date, and based on that, have we met the cap yet? And if we have, then there's no longer a split between the broker and the agent. The agent now gets all of the commissions, right? And then finally, how to, and I sort of mentioned this earlier, not just run, but really customize reports in QuickBooks Online so that you can get specific information that you need out of it. And there's a whole lesson on that in the course. And frankly, if enough of you bring a topic to me that you feel should be added to the course and it isn't already there, then I'll add it. That's the beauty of this, is at any given time I can sit down here and I can shoot a few more videos and add in new sections. I'm not against that. In other words, once the course is launched, that doesn't mean that's it. It's not over. I will more than happily add new content to it as information arises, as I get requests from you based on things that you'd like to see in the course, maybe things that you thought would have been in the course and somehow I missed it. I think I've covered the most important things, but the point I'm making is that I'm wide open to your suggestions for anything else that should be added, and I'll make sure it gets added. Now, I'm also offering a few other things during this launch, which when you see what I'm offering, I think you're going to think I'm crazy. I think my colleagues and friends are already thinking I'm crazy. But I want to make sure that you get the opportunity to take advantage of this. So here's what I need you to do. First of all, if you haven't already, and if it's not too late, click the button to sign up for the early bird waitlist. That ensures that you'll be notified before anyone else when this course goes live. If you're catching this later, if it's already after the early bird period is done, then just follow me on social media if you don't already. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter are probably the main ones that you'll see me pretty active on. So you should almost definitely see updates that I'll post letting the whole world know, when the launch has gone live. And obviously, bottom line is, as soon as you get the notification, as soon as you see that the course has gone live, or the launch rather has gone live, jump on it, click the link, sign up right away, because I am going to limit this to probably not more than 100 people. And the reason I'm doing that is I want to make sure that I can focus the right amount of attention. Like I said, the point of these live sessions is for you to bring your questions, specific things, oddball things that came up, while you're trying to work on your accounting, so that I can address those things. The idea is I want to be able to address those things with you that aren't already in the course. If you bring a question to me that's answered in the course, I might actually just refer you to the course to allow more time for things that aren't covered. This way, this will become a really good supplement. And I will include the recordings of these sessions as an appendix to the course itself, so that anybody who signs up will have access to watch these recordings later on. So I want to make sure you're aware of that, because of course that means you don't want to bring anything too confidential. We need to keep things general, but I'm sure we can address your issues, even keeping it, sort of general on that basis. So again, bottom line, as soon as you see that cart is open, grab it. I am going to limit this, and this is going to be a one-time offer. Once the cart closes, that's it. And I'll share this with you, because when I did the original Bulletproof Bookkeeping course launch right around the same time a year ago, a lot of people, after I closed the cart, came to me and said, "Oh, I missed it. Can you still do it?" And I made some accommodations, but I have to tell you, I don't have as much time now as I did even then. So once the cart closes on this, that is going to be it. I'm not going to be able to allow anybody in. I'll be too busy, frankly, getting things set up for those of you who did sign up on time, and I just have to cut it off at some point, because I don't have time to follow up on each individual special request. I'm sorry. It's just I've gotten that busy at this point that I'm not able to do that. So again, once you sign up, you'll get a confirmation email with next steps on how to get access to everything. The course you'll have immediate access to actually right on my site. You'll just log into my site, the same place where you would have signed up, and you'll see it in your course locker. But as far as the live sessions goes, I'll send you follow-up emails to let you know exactly how it's going to be structured, when it's going to start, and of course the Zoom information that you'll need in order to join those sessions. So good luck, and I look forward to seeing you in the live launch.